In El Salvador, the number one finance app is Lightning Strike from Zap, from Jack Mahler's company, and it's the number one app in the entire country. He's signing on 20,000 users a day in El Salvador to be on Lightning Network, which is Bitcoin essentially. That means that within a year, the entire country will be on Bitcoin within a year. And then that's spreading to Guatemala, and it's spreading to Paraguay. It's spreading all over the region to 100 million people into Mexico, right? So so why would you not want to own that?
Wow, you might actually like Jerome Powell more than Lagarde.
Probably. I think Jerome Powell is, he's simply inherited the same set of policies that were set in motion by Alan Greenspan, Ben Bernanke, Janet Yellen. It's the J. Powell put. They just print whenever the markets go down. It's, set and repeat. But in America, though, unlike in Europe, you have the states. So the states have a lot of power. This is not true in Europe. So Texas can change the laws in Texas. Florida can change the laws in Florida to be pro-Bitcoin. New York can change the laws in New York. We saw this in the marijuana business where states declared their own laws that pertain to marijuana, like in Colorado, and that's putting pressure at the federal level. So in America, you get states and a federal separation of powers. But in Europe, it's one homogenous kind of top-down bureaucratic nightmare. And so you don't have that.
Good stuff, Max. I think just hearing you talk before about the price will bring a lot of sense of calm to people panicking about the price. But it's a good reminder that this is what Bitcoin does. It's just a question of how long. I've had experts coming on saying this is going to be, winter has come for Bitcoin, and this could take months, maybe years to shake off.
It's not going to take years. Look, Warren Buffett famously says over and over again, that he loves down markets. He's done his research. He knows what the values are, and he loves it when markets are down. He loves it when markets crash because he can buy what he wants on sale.
So
it's very strange in the investment business. Peter Lynch talks about this in his books, and as many that typically people who buy stocks, they don't seem to understand that if the price is cheaper, you're getting good value for something. But they understand it if they went to their local grocery store or their hardware store and they saw hammers on sale, 50% off. They'd be like, wow, I got the same hammer for 50% off. I'm buying it. Well, here you got Bitcoin, which is on sale right now. It's the greatest monetary network in the world. The adoption of Bitcoin right now at 150 million users or so is about where the internet was in 1997. Now, I was on doing .com in the 90s. In 1997 is right when Netscape went public, and you had the whole explosion of the internet as we know it today. It hinged really on that key year, 1997. So I think in 2021 it's similar to 1997 for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin will be, this is the year where it suddenly goes that hockey stick move, and you go from 150 million users to 2 or 3 billion users in a pretty compressed amount of time. In El Salvador, the number one finance app is Lightning Strike from Zap, from Jack Mahler's company, and it's the number one app in the entire country. He's signing on 20,000 users a day in El Salvador to be on Lightning Network, which is Bitcoin essentially. That means that within a year, the entire country will be on Bitcoin within a year. And then that's spreading to Guatemala, and it's spreading to Paraguay. It's spreading all over the region to 100 million people into Mexico, right? So why would you not want to own that? If you had a chance to buy the internet in 1997, when only 150 million people were using it, and somebody said, "Hey, for $35,000, an option here, a share, you can own a piece of what will become the dominant communications network of the globe," would you pass up on that deal? No. Same thing with Bitcoin. Why would you not own it at this price? Because the $500,000, $600,000 price is baked into the cake at this point. There's virtually no bear case. No matter what Frank Juster says, there is no bear case. I listened to the debate. None of those points made up, but he's not the only one. None of the bears, none of those points that have held up. They're just recycling the same old FUD. fear, uncertainty, and doubt over and over and over again. They can't even come up with anything new.
Well, a lot of the gold bugs this week were coming out saying, hey, Bitcoiners, we told you so. You want to park your wealth in this? Look at the kind of correction you'd have to stomach.
Well, again, it's a trade-off. Do you want guaranteed increase in purchasing power with a little volatility? Or do you want to be in paper money where it's guaranteed loss of purchasing power? And I use the word guaranteed. Or with gold, which is just going sideways. Gold is a captive market. You don't get good price signals in gold. It's not going anywhere.
But their point is, they're saying you're preserving your wealth. What happened this week, you would be destroying your wealth, is the counter argument.
This week, but again, on any short-term time period, and by the way, gold has had plenty of sell-offs as well, and silver, but on any one particular time period, you're going to you can't extrapolate that and come up with any conclusion that makes any sense. Once you look out over a year, 2 year time frame, which I think is reasonable, you see this bull market. Plus, Bitcoin is essentially three pieces to the Bitcoin triangle. It's price, hash rate, and difficulty adjustment. Those three pieces make up the protocol, and each one of those three pieces interact with each other in a way that produces this incredible monetary network that's outside any bank or state. And if you look at the hash rate, you look at the difficulty adjustment, and you see the way those have responded to the migration of mining out of China into Texas, you see how the network completely protects itself, how the network is inviolable, how the network is functioning, and how the network generates coins on that schedule of approximately every 10 minutes, no matter what happens. That's the key. Do I want my monetary policy to be indestructible? Those coins coming every 10 minutes, no matter what? An incredible amount of hash rate or computational power moved out of China into Kazakhstan and Texas, and without missing a beat. There was no block. The blocks kept coming. TikTok, next block. That's the key metric to look at. Price is not the key metric. Price is more a reflection of how messed up fiat money is. It has not really a reflection on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is blocked. Are they coming every 10 minutes? Yes. Is the hash rate increasing over time? Yes, it is. Is the difficulty adjustment operating as designed? Absolutely. And then once you understand that, you're like, okay, I'm going to take my guaranteed increase in purchasing power and a little volatility in fiat terms. I'll accept that. And the gold people, I think it's misplaced for them to somehow feel like this is a repudiation of what they've been saying, because at the end of the day, what we see in gold over the past 100 years, 150 years, is that it's maintained its remarkable performance of returning about 1% over inflation. That's it. And that's all we're ever going to get. And it's fine if you want to do that. But as Michael Saylor said in your interview, if you want to use gold as a diversity to protect some of your portfolio, what do you do with the rest of your portfolio, right? Justra was saying, I put 10% of my portfolio in gold as a hedge. What about the other 90%? What do you? All that stuff is all garbage, right? This is a sea change. This is again, like the internet. It's a quantum leap. It's for 20 years, the cypherpunks have been trying to create digital gold. They finally succeeded in 2009. And now the world is completely changing. And when a country started adopting Bitcoin as legal tender, which is something that even a year ago, 99% of the people you told that to would scoff and say, never, okay? Now it's happening. And price recovery is going to be just as quick as we saw this pullback. We're going to hit new all-time highs very quickly, and it's still 220,000 target in 2021, because the total addressable market, Daniela, for this entity, for this new asset class, is $400 trillion. And it's still under $1 trillion. That's a 400x upside. So do you want a piece of that, or do you want to sit back and grow olive oil, like Frank Justra, and come in every once in a while and wax poetic about the history of gold and how it's preserving its purchasing power, meanwhile missing the most exciting development in finance in 500 years?